So I ended up waiting a few days because I was thinking, like, you know what, maybe after this Instagram live video, Jon Jones and Tom Aspenol might actually get the fight done. I didn't really believe that, but Dana White was saying, we'll get the heavyweight fight done. We're going to get the fight done, the fight that you guys are asking for. So we're going to be taking a look at this today, this clip from Jon Jones that everybody has been seeing, and then Ariel Helwani piped up. There was a good MMA Orbit clip. Like, they were going to take a look at what the MMA community had to say about this. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I am your guy with many YouTube channels. Let's start off with this clip from Jon Jones that we've all seen from Instagram Live.
I got people in the chat calling me a duck. Meanwhile, I'm living my absolute best life.
Now, of course, we all know that doesn't make any sense. What does that have to do with ducking?
I don't know if it's considered ducking when you're living good.
Like, is that rage bait? Or is he that dumb? I don't know. I really can't tell.
I don't think it works like that.
I don't think it works like that, he says, well, just like comparing the two most meaningless things ever. It's like, dude, I don't know, man. It's like talking about my mug and being like, yeah, I don't think it works because I'm drinking out of this pink mug that some people are commenting my video saying that I don't know much about MMA, but I'm drinking from a pink mug. That's like the same type of level that Jon Jones just had the comparison of. And I think that's all for the clip for Jon Jones. Yeah, he's just riding a motorcycle, just doing anything but training, right? But of course, the MMA community had a ton to say about this. A lot of just photoshopping Jon Jones as a duck. A lot of people saying defender vacate. But let's take a look at what some people had to say, and then we'll get into a very interesting Ariel Helwani clip. So just vacate the title. It's really not fair to the people who want to be champ. You can't just sit back on the belt for years and call yourself the champ. You're just slowly diminishing your legacy as the GOAT. And it's true. He's going to forever be remembered as the guy who refused to fight Tom Aspenol, the guy who sat on the belt, fought a 50-year-old in order to get the belt. Like, nobody's going to remember Jon Jones as I mean, some people will. There'll always be those NPCs, right, that think that Jon Jones will forever remain ride Jon Jones. Yeah, you don't deserve, Tom doesn't deserve to fight you, champ. Nuh-uh. You live your life, champ. Good job. You live a good life because you're rich. What does that have to do with ducking? Exactly. I don't think it works like that. This whole thing has come far enough. It's very pathetic from both Jon and such a cowardly attitude from the UFC to even allow this to happen for as long as it's been. Strip the guy already. It's still confusing to me why the UFC is allowing this to happen. Like, he's gotta have dirt on Dana White. Otherwise, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. He has to have dirt on Dana. Other than that, like, my other idea was, okay, we want to make sure that we have the greatest heavyweight of all time so people don't look at Francis Ngannou that way. People kind of looked at Stipe like that already. I don't know, man. Like, it's so weird. It's not Jon's fault. It's Dana's fault. He's allowing this to happen. True. Absolutely true. I agree with the reply too. Jones is just exploiting the tools he's been given. I almost don't blame Jon Jones, but at the same time, like, the right thing to do is just to vacate the belt. If you want to fight Alex Pereira, if you want to fight Jamal Hill, if you want to fight anybody else in the heavyweight division, then that's fine. Didn't he say Derek Lewis at some point too? I could be wrong about that, but you need to defend or vacate. One of the two. Just do it without the belt, man. Give Tom Aspenol. You're robbing him. Fans, you're ducking Tom Aspenol. Jon, no, I'm not. I'm rich. I don't think it works like that. Like, it flat out doesn't make sense to the point where I don't know what to say about it. Sorry. Let's continue on. Jon Jones' ducking resume so far. Dan Henderson, Anthony Johnson, Jan Blachowicz, Francis Ngannou, Tom Aspenol. Yeah. I don't recall him ducking Anthony Johnson, but yeah. Every single time there's been like a serious challenge and threat to Jon Jones, he hasn't fought him. He wants to fight the older guys. He wants to fight the guys he has a big size advantage over, you know, the overblown middleweights, things like that. Avoided Ngannou, avoided Tom. The only fights people he knows he can beat, he hasn't beaten a real heavyweight contender. Yeah, I don't think, and I know the reply says Gon is literally the third best right now, but it was an easy matchup for Jones. Looking back on that and how Gon performs on the ground, yeah, no, that was an easy matchup for Jones, and Jones saw a clear path to victory, just like Jon sees a clear path to victory against Alex Pereira. Let's continue on to a post by MMA Orbit. Tom Aspenol ended up talking about this, and we'll take a look at this clip right now and what he had to say.
Like, people are starting acting surprised. Oh, Jon's a duck, this, that, and the other. Jon Jones ducked Francis Ngannou for 3 years. Like, don't be surprised that this guy always takes fights where he's at the advantage.
And it's really cool. Like, Tom's fed up with it too, so you even have Tom yapping about this.
And that's not me getting at Jon. These are the facts of it. Jon's a very touchy guy, and he likes to, like I say, he likes to be smart about his approach and control the narrative of fans.
Yeah, and he wants to go down as the greatest of all time with absolutely zero risk.
by saying he's the GOAT, which he's definitely got a case for. But
no, not with PED usage, not with all the cheating that he's done, not with all the scandals. He is absolutely not the greatest of all time.
saying that, oh, this guy, Tom Aspinall's a nobody. Well, mate, I'm a nobody who has a #1 ranking
and the interim championship belt.
And has finished 5 of the top 10 guys in the first round.
And his last win, him against Curtis Blades, the most recent performance, that was infinitely more impressive than anything Jon Jones has done in a long time. Let's continue on, though. Ariel Helwani also had a bunch of things to say about this, and it was a very, very good clip. I watched the entire video, and if you guys want to check this piece out.
Going on and on and on and on. But this one, I could understand why it may have upset people, triggered people. Did you guys see on his IG Live, he was talking about the accusations.
People are calling me a duck. Meanwhile, I'm just living my best life.
That he is a duck, that he's ducking Tom Aspinall. This is what Jon Jones said earlier today.
And of course, we've all seen the clip. We're going to fast forward through that little piece.
Let's just be honest. You should not drive and be on IG Live. Second of all, look.
That's a good point, too. Yeah, if anything, Jon Jones isn't worried about that dude. After what we've seen with Francis Ngannou now, could you imagine that same thing happening to Jon? Oh, dude. Hey, dude, Jon Jones would run that little girl over and then run away and go back for his wallet and run away again.
He's doing this reality show with Nathan Diaz in Russia, and I'm told that the money is just absurd. It's astronomical. Get paid, well deserved. Both legends of the game.
Really, I didn't know that the money was like that great for something like that. I heard they were doing something, but that's cool.
Really understand it. But here's the part that I very much disagree with him. It's not about you, Jon. It's not about you. It's not about your life. It's not about your story. If you want to enjoy your life, if you want to be a part of a reality show, if you want to take that money and delay things and hold someone else's dreams.
I have conflicting views on that, to be honest with you. Jon Jones, like the other comment that we took a look at, Jon Jones is just exploiting the tools that the UFC gave him. I don't think it's wrong for Jon Jones to look out for himself, want the best for himself, and I honestly don't blame him for the amount of advantage that he's taken to the UFC. It's just not the right thing to do. It's just an understandable thing.
Back from becoming a reality, that is ducking. That is ducking, because there is a time-honored tradition in this business, in the sport, in combat sports, in fight sports, in sports period, that the whole thing has to move along. It's not about your story.
Yeah, the only thing I agree with, from Jon Jones's perspective, it is about his story, but there is a right thing to do. There is a proper thing to do. He needs to fight Tom Aspinall, and he absolutely is ducking Tom. 100%. If we're talking about fighting Alex Pereira, Jamal Hill, and doing anything but actually signing to fight, and you have Dana White who won't even say Tom Aspinall's name, he's ducking.
Story is great, and you're living your best life, great. Get rid of that belt. If you want to do that, great. No one will begrudge you. Everyone thinks you've done enough. You've earned enough. You've proven enough. Now allow someone else to have that same story. Mm-hmm. Allow someone else to write that same story.
Yeah, but what we're forgetting here is Jon isn't exactly a great guy. He doesn't care. He's not a great guy.
You are holding him back. You are holding back not only Tom Aspinall, but the rest of the division. So yes, you're missing the point. This isn't about you. It's about the belt. How many more times does Tom have to say it? He would love to fight him. He would love to be he would love to have the opportunity to be that guy. He would love it.
And he deserves it. He's the interim champion. He's finished, was it 5 of the top 10 guys? And there is no doubt in anybody's mind there is one fight to make, and it wasn't Stipe Miocic, and now it's even more insulting.
Who wouldn't? But he just wants that belt. He wants whatever that belt signifies, whatever it symbolizes, and what it brings. It brings all the things that Jon Jones is enjoying right now, because if Jon Jones wasn't the most decorated champion, wasn't the greatest light heavyweight champion, wasn't the 2-division champion, he wouldn't be doing things like this. Mm-hmm. He wouldn't get opportunities like this. He wouldn't get the opportunity to live his best life.
That's a very, very, very good point. He's just going to hold on to it, and he's just going to take advantage of it, and he's not going to let Tom have any of that. Just waste his prime away and away.
And now you are stopping someone else from living their best life. Do you get the difference? It's not about you. And so when the legends fought you, and I'm not even talking about when you were champ or tried to become champ, I'm talking about the dudes that fought you on the way up.
Yeah, and a lot of people took a lot of risks taking on a guy like the size of Jones.
I'm talking about the Stephan Bonners. I'm talking about the Brandon Veras. I'm talking about the Vladimir Matyushenkos.
Yeah, just imagine they just didn't mention Jon's name. They just, that guy. that guy that's coming up. You know what? John's been such an asshole that I don't really want to do business with him.
I'm talking about those guys who gave you the opportunity. And then, of course, the Ryan Baders. And then, of course, the Shoguns. And then the Rampages and the Vitors and the Rashads who helped solidify your legacy, who helped put you in the position that you are in now to enjoy this, to reap the rewards of that great resume and legacy.
They all did the right thing. The right thing was to take on a contender when it's presented to them, and especially when a contender, especially if you want to talk about a title fight, when it is undoubtedly deserved, they did what was right, and John's not doing that same thing.
Legacy that you have built for yourself. That's how this whole thing works. So yeah, it is ducking at this point. You are ducking.
It's been ducking this entire time.
You're ducking the opportunity. You're taking that opportunity away from someone else.
No, I mean, I wouldn't say, yeah, he's right, but he's just flat out ducking Tom Aspinall.
You are robbing someone else of the same opportunity and the same dream that you have already realized and lived. That is selfish. That's not how the game works.
Yeah, but Jon Jones is a selfish human being. Do you expect him to act any differently? The UFC needs to step in. Dana White needs to step in, but they won't because he has some sort of dirt on them. He has to.
And so it's on the UFC to make the call. Make the call. And you know what? They may have already made the call. And it may be happening at MSG, and we're all being, we're all being taken for a ride here. But honestly, if that is the case, come out and say it. And please tell Tom Aspinall, for the love of God.
Yeah, he deserves to know, especially if, even if it's a thing, I know some people have been speculating, oh, well, they're just saving the matchup for whatever the next broadcasting deal is. That's possible too. But yeah, it's Tom Aspinall needs to know. That should be number one.
Time that fight happens, if it does happen on that day, it's going to be a year. We're approaching a year since his last fight, and that fight lasted 60 seconds. It is a travesty. It is a crime what is happening to Tom Aspinall in the
Agreed. They're robbing him of building wealth for hopefully generations.
Prime of his life, in the prime of his career. Give up the belt or fight. That's it. Defend or vacate. That's it. Mm-hmm. It's great. We're all happy for you. I love the fact that you turned your life around. Truly. Trust me, I was there.
Yeah, John hasn't turned his life around. There's no way he's turning his life around.
Did the walk and talk in Albuquerque. I covered it all. It actually warms my heart. But you got to keep the train rolling along.
That was very well said by Ariel Helwani. And guys, this entire situation just doesn't make any sense to me. I can't, but there has to be something that we don't know between Jon Jones and Dana White. Ariel brought up a really good point, but we also did react to an Ariel Helwani video talking about Apex events. If you want to check out this video right here, I would love to have you over there. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, everybody.